Hey everybody, so in this video we are going to discuss allergic reactions, also known as hypersensitivities. These are reactions that produce an excessive immune response, right? So sometimes our body is going to produce a response to something in our environment to help protect us from it. And in other times we're going to do that, but then just do it way too much to the point where it could be dangerous for our bodies. And, an example of that can be something as simple as pollen. If you have seasonal allergies, maybe you have a pollen allergy. If you get pollen into your body wants to fight that off because it's a pathogen. However, our bodies may take it to an extra level to where we overreact, and that can lead to a number of things, such as just, watery eyes, congestion, and if it's really bad, it can be anaphylaxis, in which it just goes way overboard and your body overreacts and it could be life threatening. There are different types of reactions to allergies. We have delayed reaction allergy, which is a result from repeated exposure to a substance that eventually will just cause an inflammation to the skin. We also have antibody dependent cytotoxic reactions, which occur after something like a blood transfusion where the bloods have a mismatch. So, for example, if you have A blood and someone gives you B blood, right? We'll be talking about that as well. That's something that can cause some significant issues to the body because they don't match. And we also have immune complex allergic reactions. And in that case, it can be autoimmunity. So, autoimmunity, auto means self. This is where your body attacks itself, which is not something you want to do. Allergic reactions. This is all starts in the mast cells, which are going to release histamine and serotonin, just like we discussed in the blood unit. Allergy mediators sometimes flood the body, and it results in anaphylactic shock. And that is a severe form of this type of allergy, which can be life threatening, right? So there's too many histamines being released and over inflammation of certain areas of the body, and it can really damage or potentially cause life threatening issues for the person. Here's an example of one of these allergic reactions. Some sort of allergen, whatever that is, maybe it's pollen, it could be grass, it could be peanuts, whatever your allergen is, it's going to make contact with a B cell. So the antigen is going to attach to the antibody of the B cell, and that's going to cause the B cell to start to secrete additional antibodies. These antibodies are then going to bind to the mast cells and tell the mast cells, we need to fight something off. This stuff in our body is dangerous. And if you can see here, there's a whole bunch of antibodies, right? Arguably way too many for this little allergen, right? So your body's treating this like, we need to go full on, we need to take out this allergen or else we're going to die. So just go all in, let's kill this thing. But the reality is it's way too much. It's way too much of a reaction, right? So once all of these antibodies are binding to the antigens of the mast cell, now we're creating or we're allowing the mast cell to release tons of histamine, which, if you remember from our previous unit, these histamines are going to increase inflammation. And one place where you really don't want to have inflammation is in a place such as within your throat where breathing takes place, right? Your trachea or your lungs. And some people can go into anaphylaxis where they can no longer breathe, and that could be very deadly. So then, in that case, we need to take an antihistamine to uh, to end this response. So, anyways, this is how allergic reactions occur, right? Specifically talking about the B cells of the immune system and how our bodies overreact sometimes when trying to protect ourselves. If you have any questions on this, please let me know.